35 years ago, Little Monsters came out, and this was always a movie I always loved, mainly because I love the atmosphere. I've rewatched this so many times. I have multiple versions. I adore this film. Again, I love the atmosphere. I love you know, the look of Wilmington. I love that I'm kind of working on something which uh, those exterior shots you see is going to be similar to what I'm doing. I'm doing something that's connected to childhood thoughts. I'm just going to put it there. But what I always found cool about this film is 50 years ago, from 1989, Wizard of Oz came out. Little Monsters was released 50 years after The Wizard of Oz. August 25th, 1939 to August 25th, 1989. And what I find very cool about this is they're in a way kind of similar. You have Dorothy that wants to kind of show more, she wants to kind of, very, very lonely, and she wants just more in life. And then you have Brian, who, is kind of, he's new. He just, all, and then you have these very abnormal, very crazy characters. Uh, so in a way, they're kind of, I see kind of similarities. And it's kind of cool because originally, because of what happened with Vestron, there's MGM had it for a while. And I'm sorry, Vestron, I think of MGM. I think of MGM that's the number one, this is the number one movie I think of when I watch anything from MGM. Either this, The Yearling, or All Dogs Go to Heaven. That's the only, those are like what I think of with MGM. Or It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. But as a kid, it was those three movies. And then, of course, the ones like earlier, most of them became with like WB. But I think of that the most. This also, another film called The Package was released the same day, starring one of my favorites, Gene Hackman, directed by the wonderful Andrew Davis. I really, really like again, I love atmosphere. I do like the makeup, not just with Maurice, but I like the makeup with all the different little monsters, especially this one that was created that you see like, it looks like something coming out of like a Tim Burton film. It's just this large arm, but it looks like a snake. It has a top hat on. And this was a film I would have liked to see if there was like any intention for a sequel, at least a like an animated kind of thing. And what Netflix has done with Claws and Pinocchio, have at it. I can imagine what they could do with this. In my opinion, Richard Greenberg did do a really good job directing. He is known for more, working as the visual effects guy. He's worked for the titles for Superman and Lady Hawk and Richie Rich, Last Action Hero. His wife, I believe, worked in this the beautiful lighting in the beginning, because if you have seen the Blu-ray, this I'm forgetting his name right now, but he's like a encyclopedia horror guy, podcast guy. His name is escaping me right now, and I'm sure he's done more than just what I just said, but like he tells you every single thing through the movie. And to know that the interior of the house, of the Stevenson house, I believe, where Daniel Stern is watching the Celtics game, that is the very, and I could kind of see that. That is the very location, the very set where Brandon Lee sadly passed. I do know the story where the Monster World is also the Foot Clan hangout in Ninja Turtles 1 and I believe Ninja Turtles 2. And there's a lot of different, like, so much trivia with those commentaries, and lots of fun watching it and listening to it. And again, wonderful soundtrack. Probably David Newman's best score, in my humble opinion. And honestly, if you haven't seen it, I recommend it. And I hate when people, oh, that's an old movie. Stuff like this is so much better than what we're doing right now. So many different just remakes, reboots, backdoor pilots, backdoor whatevers. Just check this one out, and happy 35th.